The grocery store that ranks dead last in customer satisfaction is probably where you bought milk last week. While you're standing in that endless checkout line watching your ice cream melt, you have no idea that independent studies confirm what you already suspected, that some supermarkets are actively working against you. But which ones should you avoid, like expired deli meat, and which ones actually deserve your hard-earned money? Let's start with the chains that need to do better. Walmart controls roughly 25% of the entire American grocery market. That's a quarter of every dollar spent on food in this country flowing through those fluorescent-lit aisles. So you'd think with that kind of dominance, they'd have figured out how to stock a decent produce section by now. Here's the thing about Walmart. They've mastered everything except the one thing that actually matters when buying groceries: the food. Out of 68 supermarkets evaluated by Consumer Reports, Walmart landed at number 67, second to last. And the complaints aren't just about one bad apple in the bunch. Customers consistently report wilted lettuce, moldy berries, and produce that looks like it's already given up on life. One former Walmart produce department manager put it bluntly, the stuff coming off the trucks sometimes already had mold on it. Ridiculous doesn't even begin to cover it. But here's what really stings. Walmart pulls employees from other departments to work produce when understaffed. So the teenager hired for his knowledge of video games is suddenly trying to care for hundreds of items that are slowly dying. Produce maintenance requires expertise, folks. You wouldn't let someone from the jewelry department perform surgery, right? Same principle applies to your strawberries. The checkout experience? More than half of survey respondents complain that Walmart never has enough open lanes. You're saving money just to waste an hour watching one cashier scan items while 3 registers collect dust. Your time has value too. Speaking of wasting time, let's talk about a chain making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Kroger operates over 2,700 stores across America, the second largest grocery chain in the country. But in 2025, Consumer Reports published an investigation that should make every Kroger shopper nervous. The chain was systematically overcharging customers on sale items, not occasionally, not accidentally, consistently. Investigators found expired sales labels leading to overcharges on more than 150 grocery items, with an average overcharge of $1.70 per item. That's an 18% premium on items supposed to be discounted. Makes sense, right? A bag of Mission flour tortillas advertised at $2.99, charged at $4.99. One Ohio couple reported that almost every time they shop, the listed price is not what rings up at the register. Kroger's defense was not enough staff to update shelf tags. Meanwhile, the company reported $3.85 billion in operating profit and announced a $7.5 billion stock buyback. They have money for shareholders, but not for someone to change a price tag. The math isn't adding up, and neither is your grocery bill. Ohio alone received nearly 60 complaints about pricing issues since 2021. Class action lawsuits are ongoing in California, Ohio, and Illinois. Former employees describe a company that has cut staff constantly while increasing workload. Shelves sit empty, cart lobbies stay bare, lines grow longer, customers end up bagging their own groceries while wondering what happened to the store they used to trust. But price manipulation is not the only thing that should keep you up at night. Giant Eagle has served the Pittsburgh region for over 90 years. That is plenty of time to build a reputation. Unfortunately, it is not the reputation they were hoping for. In a major study of grocery stores across America, one Giant Eagle location earned the dubious distinction of being named the worst grocery store in the entire country. Customers report purchasing spoiled food with expiration dates weeks away, but already covered in mold. The checkout experience has been described as a masterclass in customer disregard. Cashiers chat among themselves about hating their jobs while scanning groceries without making eye contact. And the prices? Giant Eagle has a reputation for having the highest prices across the board. But here is the kicker. When you are paying premium prices, you expect premium quality. Instead, customers describe produce that is bruised, soft, or already past its prime. Pre-bagged fruits and vegetables are often problematic, with 80% of the time something in the bag already bad. That is not grocery shopping. That is playing Russian roulette with your dinner. For older Americans who remember when Giant Eagle was the reliable neighborhood grocer, it is a painful fall from grace. You might think budget stores are a safe alternative. Lower prices, lower expectations, right? Wrong. Save-A-Lot positions itself as the answer for budget-conscious shoppers. But the discount comes at a cost that is not listed on any price tag. Chicago city inspectors documented overflowing garbage from unsecured dumpsters, cited stores for feeding and harboring rats, and found expired produce still sitting on shelves at full price. Inspectors found milk a week beyond its sell-by date, and turnip greens that expired yesterday still for sale today. The chain's financial troubles tell the story. Save-A-Lot has struggled for years with large debts and frequent leadership changes. Store closures have swept across the country, leaving communities that already struggled with food access even more stranded. In Dallas, 2 Save-A-Lot stores closed abruptly, forcing elderly residents to find alternatives miles away. For families on fixed incomes who depend on affordable groceries, Save-A-Lot's problems hit hardest where they can least afford it. Food Lion operates more than 1,000 stores across the Southeast, promising easy, fresh, and affordable shopping. But those promises ring hollow when customers repeatedly report produce problems and questionable meat quality. Tomatoes are rotten inside the package. Meat sometimes smells off before its expiration date. Cheese labeled fresh is often covered in mold. Some stores run with only one checkout lane open while 30 people wait in line. Employees get pulled in multiple directions and are unable to properly maintain quality standards. And the prices are not even competitive enough to justify the hassle. Customers report items costing $5 to $10 more than competing stores. At that point, you are paying premium prices for discount quality. Safeway has been around since 1915, over a century of grocery experience. So why does shopping there feel like navigating a digital obstacle course that is designed to frustrate you? The app and the digital coupon system have become legendary for their problems. Sale items are advertised but completely out of stock. Digital coupons fail to load. Checkout lines stretch down aisles because only one register is open. The company has a 1.6-star rating on major review sites. One reviewer made a special trip for an advertised deal only to be told it was an error and it would not be honored. Another complained about spending $300 on groceries but having to scan and bag everything themselves. If you are paying premium prices, you should not have to do the employees' jobs too. King Soopers is owned by Kroger, and it inherits all of Kroger's pricing problems, plus some unique issues of its own. The chain has made headlines for placing armored guards at exits to check receipts. You have just spent your hard-earned money and now you are being treated like a suspect trying to leave. Customer reviews describe an increasingly hostile shopping experience. Digital coupon requirements are so complicated that even tech-savvy shoppers struggle. Colorado regulators have twice found King Soopers failing price check tests since January 2025. For shoppers in areas where King Soopers is one of the few options, it is a frustrating reality. Now, Aldi deserves a nuanced discussion. On paper, Aldi does a lot right. Prices are genuinely low. The store layout is efficient and checkout is blazing fast. But the produce section remains Aldi's Achilles heel, and customers consistently call it out. Strawberries that mold the next day, lettuce that rots within 48 hours, bananas that turn brown almost immediately. The savings evaporate when half your produce ends up in the trash. One customer summed it up perfectly, saying it is a waste of money to buy produce there. Everything else is great, just not produce. For families who rely heavily on fresh fruits and vegetables, the produce problems are a deal breaker. But here is the good news, folks. Some supermarkets actually get it right. Let's talk about where your money is well spent. Trader Joe's has built something remarkable, a grocery store that people genuinely love, not tolerate, not settle for. Love. The chain consistently ranks at or near the top of every customer satisfaction survey. In the 2025 American Customer Satisfaction Index, Trader Joe's tied for first place with a score of 84 out of 100. Here's what makes Trader Joe's different. They actually listen to their employees. Staff are trained to help, not just stock shelves. They will carry your groceries to your car. They will open products for you to sample. They will actually engage in conversation like human beings rather than scanning robots. 9 out of 10 top-rated individual grocery stores nationwide belong to Trader Joe's. That is not brand loyalty talking. That is consistent execution across hundreds of locations. The private label strategy means unique products you cannot find anywhere else. That everything but the bagel seasoning, the mandarin orange chicken, the cookie butter that launched 1,000 social media posts. Trader Joe's understood that shopping should be an experience, not a chore. Costco operates on a simple philosophy. Treat employees well and they will treat customers well. The result is one of the highest customer satisfaction scores in the industry. The membership model might seem like a barrier, but the value is clear. You get restaurant-quality products at wholesale prices. The legendary $1.50 hot dog and soda combo has not changed price since 1985. Here is what really separates Costco. The Kirkland signature brand has become genuinely cool, not just good value, but desirable. When you bite into a Kirkland hot dog, you get a perfect char on the outside and juicy meat inside. The beef quality puts most premium brands to shame. Costco's employee satisfaction rates are among the highest in retail. Workers earn living wages and genuine benefits. That contentment shows in every interaction. Publix dominates the Southeast, and there is a reason Southerners are fiercely loyal. The chain is employee-owned, meaning the person slicing your deli meat has a literal financial stake in making sure you are satisfied. After working 1,000 hours within a year, employees automatically receive shares of Publix stock at no cost. That ownership culture shows in every interaction. Staff are friendly because they benefit when the company succeeds. The famous pub subs have achieved cult status on social media. Made on fresh-baked daily rolls with customizable toppings, if an ingredient you want is not at the deli, grab it from an aisle and they will add it. The store cleanliness consistently ranks among the best. Checkout lines move efficiently. It is grocery shopping the way it should be. H-E-B is a Texas institution. The chain has been ranked the #1 U.S. grocery retailer by Dunnhumby's Retailer Preference Index for 3 consecutive years. That's not a fluke. That's consistent excellence. The secret is community focus. H-E-B does not just sell groceries in Texas. They have embedded themselves into Texas life. Local products, regional specialties, prepared foods that taste homemade. Customer service feels personal. Employees are trained to engage, to help, to actually care whether you find what you need. In an industry where most chains cut staff, H-E-B doubled down on the human element. Winco Foods might be the best-kept secret in American grocery. The employee-owned chain operates primarily in Western states, offering warehouse-style savings without membership fees. In early 2025, Winco jumped 10 spots to number 4 in dunnhumby's Retailer Preference Index. They also ranked number 1 on Newsweek's America's Most Trustworthy Companies list for grocers. The model is simple. They do not accept credit cards because transaction fees raise prices. Customers bag their own groceries. Winco buys directly from manufacturers, so savings pass directly to customers. Workers who have been there for years sometimes retire as millionaires because company stock actually appreciates. The bulk food section is legendary. Buy exactly what you need at lower prices. For shoppers in Winco's territory, Winco is often the clear winner on both price and quality. So here's what you need to remember when you're standing in that grocery store aisle trying to decide where your dollars should go. The chains that treat their employees well tend to treat their customers well. Employee-owned stores like Publix and Winco consistently outperform corporate giants where workers are treated as expenses to be minimized. Watch the produce section. If it looks tired and neglected, the rest of the store probably is too. Check your receipts. Those small overcharges add up, and some chains are counting on you not noticing. Your grocery budget is too important to waste on stores that have stopped caring about the people who shop there. The best grocery stores understand something and the worst ones have forgotten. You're not just buying food, you're buying an experience. And you deserve one that respects your time, your money, and your trust. The difference between a great grocery store and a terrible one isn't just about prices. It's about whether they see you as a customer to serve or a wallet to empty. Choose wisely.